expensive. So, I'm going to be reading out of a story called No Supervision. It's not about drugs. Normally, when my best friend begs me to take him to the hospital, not that it happens frequently, but regardless, I would immediately comply. But the last few hours have been like no other, and with each wave seem to be getting even stranger. All things have grown a third, fourth, fifth dimension, which are protruding like intricately and infinitely colorful wire armatures with evil intent. The walls are secreting a clear liquid that looks like water, but I wouldn't trust it. It's my belief that this so-called water is now slowly moving to cover everything, is responsible for my friend's difficulties at the moment. Or maybe it's television, or video games, or death metal, or a live version of Give Me 3 Steps by Skinner that's been playing over and over. I wish someone could turn it off. We have all tried and we have all failed. For me, climbing out of the multi-dimensional wire frame of the couch to get to the remote was a quest of utmost perseverance ending in utter disappointment. Words don't make sense anymore due to their own difficulties with standing still and not running together. But even if I could make sense of what they said, my motor skills at the moment are probably more troubled than the letters trying to form words. I hit all the buttons and nothing happened. I was not the first doomed by this mission. 2 others have tried and also failed, one of them having taken his disappointment out of the direct source, the remote. The batteries are elsewhere, and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. How pathetically hilarious. Now it's honky-tonk forever. How hilariously pathetic. What? Back to the couch. I crawl to the cushions. If there's a foundation to this structure, I vow to find it and begin my descent. About halfway down, a wave of clear ooze from the walls envelops me and throws me back to the top. I take a breath of air. Apparently I've been lying face down for a while, too taken by my couch safari to remember to take a breath. Everything breathes with me. Creepy. Let me now reveal that there are 4 of us here, although I swear there are others here too. Beerman, Joey, Scotty is the one waiting to go to the hospital, and I. Oh yeah, the hospital. As the walls keep mocking the monotonous patterns of my heart and lungs, Scotty has curled into the fetal position on the couch directly across from me. He has been talking to himself for a while now, and I'm pretty sure that he's completely crazy. I hope that I don't get it. Mommy, Scotty doesn't want to be here anymore. And so I ask him if he's alright. He's not. He sits up, and the flesh slides off his face, revealing the bloody gore beneath. I think we took too much, man. I think he's right, because the others I previously mentioned are now trying to take him. They have sent a worm to burrow through the wall. Its mouth of about 2-foot radius with a serrated yellow teeth spiraling down its infinitely long body that is coiled behind him. I warn him, but he seems content with his doomed destiny and stays put. Maybe we should go to the hospital. No, we shouldn't. Besides, they would just follow us. I look out to the backyard and realize that it's on fire. Now tell me it's just the 4 of us. I see the demon responsible. He's stripped of all skin and flesh, waving his skeletal hands and spreading the flames with each stroke. The nerve. This is my house. It must be taken back. I weigh our forces as compared to theirs. Scotty's doomed. I think they've already taken Beerman, or maybe he escaped and will make his entrance when we need him most, but I still got Joey. Reliable as a stone pillar, Joey's close by, and after I grunt and point to the backyard, he enlists and we take up arms. Kitchen knives and hatchets will have to do for now. I hope we get something better off of one of them. Give me 3 steps, Mr. Indeed. Out of the backyard, the damage is not all what I've thought. It's just feverish Beerman with a can of lighter fluid and a barbecue. It was still bright out, so I convinced him to go back inside from the prying eyes of the neighbors. No new weapons were acquired. Back inside, Scotty seemed to be getting worse. He had lost all mobility and gained a lot of crazy. They were taking his teeth now. One by one they would come up to him, reach their fingers into his mouth, with some strength pull out a tooth. The back molars were the most difficult to watch because they gave the most resistance. A storm was coming. It was still soaking inside. I think by walking outside, we seemed to have dragged in more ooze. The storm seemed to have an effect on it as well. Because as it came, the frequency of the waves increased, splashing over everything and everyone. All my friends were losing thin skin now. Lesions opened and closed on their arms, their faces drooping blood, sometimes revealed bone. I was surrounded and decided to give up. I sat down, the wire frame of the couch became the barred doors of my prison cell. I did what I could to pass the time of my incarceration. I even contacted God. He was an asshole. He seemed to be one thought ahead of my ability to keep up with him. I get it, God, you're smarter. Now leave. And at that moment, the storm dissipated and the waves of booze slowed their thrashing and seeped back into the walls, and Scotty wanted to do it again.